Hey YouTubers, this is Strauss here, and this is a video for any of the technical Minecrafters out there. I'm playing around here in 19W04B, and I've been making these 15 or multiple of 15 track minecart stations using the lectern and what page you're on at the lectern to control which track you come out on. And I think I've found two bugs in Minecraft. One I'm sure is a bug. One I'm not so sure is a bug. And strangely enough, this particular setup doesn't suffer from it, but I have two others that do. And I think the bug is location dependent. But anyway, when you come through my track here, my minecart switch, let me get myself a button to show this off. I light up one of these torches, which pushes out one of these pistons, which pushes out one of the tracks, and due to the southwest rule, it makes the track curve, so you come out and drop on one of these tracks, and I can control exactly which track you drop in on. So if I put the button here, oh, yeah, it's not supposed to push out that many times, but then I have a whole system here of double piston extenders. If I go underneath, you can see the two pistons that are controlled only by these two redstone lines. So I have this crazy circuit here, but basically first I power this line for 4 ticks, and that's accomplished with I have a 2-tick signal coming in here. I have a 1-tick delay and a 3-tick delay repeaters powering this line, which powers it for 4 ticks. A tick later, I power this line for 2 ticks. So the first line extends the first piston, which is right under that. These pistons then come under here. They're powered for 2 ticks, which has this block then pushed out to here. This unpowers. A tick later, this unpowers. So we get the pistons back here and here, but the blocks are in this gap still. And then I have it on a total of 6 ticks delay, so I think that is the next tick. This gets powered then for 3 ticks. But these pistons don't react. However, the way they're powered, it then also powers this additional piston. It pushes down, causes an update to this piston. This piston checks and sees, oh, I should be bud powered here. So it extends, and that actually repeats all the way back down to the beginning. And then again, when this turns off, the same thing happens. This retracts, and it's like, oh, I'm no longer bud powered, and they all retract again. Let's see that again in motion. So that works. So this repeater is on a 3-tick. This repeater is on a 3-tick. Totally, they give 6-tick delay. So let me come over here, and this is the exact same setup, except in this one there's a gap right here, and that's where I have the updating piston. Here I have it on 4 and 4, and let me just power there, and you can see that works. But if I drop this one to 3 and do the same thing, so that the first one I showed off was 3 and 3. I'm doing 4 and 3 now, and this apparently doesn't work because this last guy gets pushed out somehow after he gets retracted. And if I put this back to 4 and 3, it then works. If I put it to 3 and 3, it now happens to 2 of them. It's always these 2 positions. It's never like a random position. And somehow, even though this didn't get pulled back, the update got past it. So I'm not sure how that's working, and I definitely don't think that's intended. Seeing that all the other, you would think since all the pistons are getting the same signal, they'd all act the same. Over here again is the same setup, only now that there's twice as long. There's 2 sections of 15, and the 2 updating pistons are here and here. And with this particular setup, these updating pistons get triggered 1 tick later, obviously, a redstone tick. And this is 4 and 3, and it's working. But then if I put it to 3 and 3, we have this 1 piston that doesn't work. So I'm not really sure what the mechanic is that's causing this issue, and yet still has the rest of the updates work. Again, I can actually probably do the same thing on this side. Yeah, and now we have 2 different. And it's not even like, they're not on chunk borders or anything either. This one's 4 from the chunk border. This one's like 6 from the chunk border. So, not sure how to explain that. The other issue that I'm not quite sure is a bug. It just seems weird to me. So my earlier attempt of doing something, I was going to have minecarts fall and then have different layers push out a track to catch them. And that would obviously let you go to different destinations. And the best I figured out was I could only do 2. Because it's 5, 3 sticky pistons, and 2 tracks. So we got 10 here, and obviously trying to add a 3rd wouldn't be pushable anymore. But at one point, I tried something like this, hoping that at most this would be pushing 3 blocks, and this one would be pushing 2 blocks, and maybe with that I could get them to all line up, or I don't know. This is what I was trying. But I found that if I push this, it pushes out fine. When I go to retract it, though, this sticky piston did not pull this slime block. And I can understand this track breaking because the one block it was up against broke. But why isn't the sticky piston moving? Sticky slime block. The sticky piston is going, and now it moved. The other strange thing is now if there's no rail here, actually, or was it? Oh, I guess depending on update order, different things will happen. I think if it's like this, and like I have a lever here, now this piston is pushed because I'm assuming, and is this now like? Well, that I can understand because the piston isn't retracting, but I can understand, yeah, when you update from the top, this piston gets updated first, so it pushes and the sticky block will move this piston. But what I don't understand is if I flip this lever, why does this not retract? It should. The sticky piston moved, there's nothing blocking him. Those are my two weird issues that I don't understand, and you know, I don't know how the game code works, but both of these look like bugs to me, but I don't have enough experience or knowledge with update orders and things like that to truly say if there's bugs or not. So if you're really technical into Minecraft and know how this should work, or maybe like know someone on the SciCraft servers, or ZipCrowd, or someone who's a lot more technical, have them take a look at this and are these actually bugs? I definitely think those random not moving pistons seem like a bug. I'm not sure if this is, but it does seem like a bug to me because I don't understand why this piston won't pull this slime block back when there's a rail on it. About the only thing I could see is it. Let's do it right. Is this one tries to move back first, but the slime block, like this, gets in its way, but why does everything push out then? You would think the same problem would happen pushing out. If this tries to push out first, why does this move to an empty space and not pop off? You know, I would think if technically this one is moving first, this should pop off because this block hasn't moved yet. And then when this block moves, yeah, the orders don't seem consistent to me. It either should work every time in both directions, or it should fail every time in both directions. Alright, well, that's everything I have. Thanks for watching. If you want to see explanations of my stations, that's the previous video. I'll have it linked in the cards. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.